Because there was only one person in the world that was Sandy, and that was Olivia Newton-John. It's filled a lot of fun. I mean, it's a very funny movie. So I want to leave this world with them doing great, you know, and they already are. Mm-hmm. But that's my main thing, is to pay it forward. And I see Nick with my face.
The other night I went to a discotheque. Now I forgot that I'm on the series, right? I was with this girl and we went to the front and they weren't going to let me in.
And it's great. I circle him and it's quite outrageous, and that's one of them that I like.
Well, there's a genuine affection between Frank and his son. His son loves him and vice versa, and trusts him. And as in the movie, I say that my son lies to many people.
You know, it was so much fun to see her dressed up in that garb, you know. And that number, like doing that number was great fun. Actors enjoy playing evil and don't often get to do it. In this particular case, 2 actors, you get to do both good and bad, which I think is fun, bottom line.
When I was 11?
Both the actors that co-star in the piece get to play the good and the bad, old face, the bad guy's face on. And I tease and taunt him in the prison by revealing all the people I've just killed.
Well, you know, summer stock theaters, which are summer theaters that do lots of musical comedies. I did a show on Broadway called Over Here, which is a 40s kind of thing. But in order to do that, you have to sing. So I took voice lessons for like 2 or 3 years.
He orchestrates a movie as well. He's a real artist in that way, and more unusual than any other action director ever.
I wanted to thank everybody for giving me that response, because this is the first time.
Some days you come on and you're full of ideas, and other days you come on and you don't know how, and he's already figured some move with the camera.
Of course I enjoy singing. Yeah.
Gosh, the first hangar scene is terrific. There's so many. I can't even think of all of them.
Maybe 9 through 11. I was a beatnik for Halloween every year.
I got pinched and I felt like a girl.
Is trouble because what he tells his father is that his new stepfather is doing some horrible things.
He said to me once, he said, you know, because Mom passed away, I'm afraid you're going to. And I said, well, it's a very different thing. And I went through the differences about my longevity and her limited life. I said,
a fictitious name?
A lot of times they've been calling me by John too, which is neat. I mean, that's nice. They haven't been calling me just by Vinnie Barbarino. But I was going to say, what I was getting to is that I started dancing and I forgot that all the crowds of people were watching me dance and stuff. And I went up to the bar area and I got pinched more than...
Are you a...
And then the icing on the cake was Nick Cage, because I'm crazy about Nick and his work and grown to love him as a person.
When they're going to stay, I said, your brother left at 16, too young. Your mother left at 57, that was too young.
Yeah, but it's nice to sing when there's a lot of affinity going on in the air, you know?
But that's more to do with the art of John Woo.
Decided to do my little homage to it.
The character you see in the movie is Sean Archer. They had brought up Linda Ronstadt, they'd brought up Mary Osmond, and I said, they're wonderful. I said, but every guy in the world wants Olivia Newton-John as their girlfriend. So we had our main guy all the time, whenever we needed, and he critiqued us, and if we did something wrong, then he let us know, or if we did something right, he let us know.
But who's to say? I said, I could die tomorrow. You could, anybody can. I said, so let's look at life that it's part of life.
He uses it as an art form.
Well, I'm working on a movie now called Carrie.
He has good choices. When you do 5 takes, he'll pick the one with you that's the best, and that's not always the case, you know.
And the bouncer there said, "Buddy, you got jeans on. You can't go in there." And I said, "Well, I'd really like to go in there." He said, "Oh my God!" He said, "You're Vinnie Barbarino, aren't you?"
He's an FBI agent. He's got seniority, but he's the good guy. Feels like we've given a gift to mankind somehow, around the world, and that feels so honorable, I think, don't you? But his graciousness, sensibility, and his sense of humor as well.
But he never lies to Fata. ever. Okay? So this issue.
And so he works with a camera like it's clay or a puzzle or a sculpture.
And I'm very excited about it because it's the first time in a movie I've been able to act, and it's a serious dramatic role, and I've done a lot of comedy. And I think I'd like to get into that area a little bit.
And probably the biggest attraction was John Woo, because I had worked with him before.
The energy thing.
Yeah.
And I've analyzed it sometimes. I think sometimes it has to do with similar backgrounds. Like really, even though you're from Australia and England, your monetary background, your visions of your career, identical to mine.
That, emphasizes something that you were afraid wouldn't read or something. And what attracted me mostly to the material was
Oh, gee, yeah, a lot.
and his choice. His
You see, you don't know exactly. You just do your best at trying to live the longest you can.
I think the opening credits are quite stunning.
And I said,
Oh, I've got several favorite scenes in this film. The one where I come in and I'm already switched identities, so I'm wearing the good guy's face, but I'm really bad.
Okay. And every girl wants to be like her. And I said, if you don't see this, you guys are nuts.
He knows exactly. There's almost no bridge to get.
His grandmother is Mutter and Buddha. No, I won't say that. He lies to others.
And the combination of this original script, John Woo and Nick Cage, it was irresistible.
and in order to survive in New York City as an actor, you had to learn how to sing and dance.
Bottom line, John is extraordinarily talented. He's an actor as well as a director. There's this rare mix of action, drama, humor, and poetic filmmaking that is John Woo's magic.
That was it was a natural reaction.
I think the boat sequence is fabulous.
I said, but Ben, you always love the truth, and I'm going to tell you the truth about life. Nobody knows when they're going to go.
As well as it is deadly dramatic.
Because there was only one person in the world that was Sandy, and that was Olivia Newton-John. And I knew that because I wanted that. I felt the same way.